Yeah, which layer of hell do you think you're going to? I
The bad one.
think there's 9.
Or 9.
There are.
You go meet Cyrus.
All right, so last week you just we fought, and there's no real point in spending too much time on a recap. Dunkel slipped off and found some things while everyone fought. It definitely phase 2'd. New like evolved forms almost. The hags did. But Dunkel has contract names of the hags that he cannot cipher. And he has the children with him. So that's great. Everyone's pretty low. Is anyone down right now?
I
I am.
super close, but no.
Salad.
Oh, salad.
Are you on the old bone grinder map? You kind of like the
Yeah.
windmill map. Okay.
Can you stream any kind of?
Yes. My bad.
What is your
Why is our initiative mode not?
Oh, it's all glitched out.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah.
Why are things the way they are today?
Technology is just not working with us.
Oh, would never have happened in Roll20. I don't remember the order. Do a new initiative order.
What's that noise?
You just do a new initiative order since we phase 2'd. I think we did it at the top of the round. Does it just show an X for you too, Ikenna?
Yeah.
Like for everyone,
This is
character
and
name X, character name.
Yeah.
Like usually, if I click it, it'll take me to that person too. It's just not.
Of course.
Oh, it's okay. We can do a new initiative since it's technically battle here. Yeah, everyone just go ahead and roll an initiative here. I will do the same for PCs.
That sounds pretty good.
My character looked like
Seven.
he's knocked down, but I'm not sure why. I don't remember why.
You didn't. I don't think you went down.
Yeah. Maybe.
Does anyone have 20 or higher?
No.
Hang on, I gotta check my modifier because I might have. I got 20.
Nice.
Roll
Roll initiative rating.
14.
Okay, so anyone who go. There's too many to just yell out numbers, so we're just gonna go. Missy got higher than a 20. Granny got a 22. Granny's gonna go. Then Addie. Did anyone get 16 or higher?
Yes. I got a 17.
So we'll go.
It does. Round 2, we're doing pretty good.
And hold up. Did anyone get an 11 through 15?
I did.
Yep.
Uncle got a 14.
Uncle 14.
I got an 11.
I got a
11.
12.
What's the 20?
Alex, you said you got a 12,
Yeah.
and you got an 11.
Yep.
That's all of you guys, right?
Esmeralda's got it, all right.
She's on there. She got 17 as well. She's right behind Sal. Here with this little 4. Okay, the turn order should be applied. Should be
Okay. Yeah, we back.
okay. Yeah. So, like I said, you should have their pictures on there too. They are in their Nightmare 3 phase, like their next phase here. The one of the hags assumes the form of a monstrous giant crocodile. That's the one in the back, the one by the doorway. Scales jagged, irregular, eyes glowing. The one behind Granny, the shape of a demonic elephant, mottled skin with black veins, tusks blackened and twisted like corkscrews, and then Granny's skin becomes pitch black, her eyes become inky voids, and shadows start to swirl around her. There are still a hag coven, kind of sharing a hit point pool while acting on their own. All right. Best friend. Granny is going to. She's been focusing Addie. She is the strongest. She's gonna look at Hattie and cast a spell called Eye Bite. Gonna make a saving throw, and the saving throw Hattie is going to Wisdom saving throw. As Granny's eyes become a vinky void, or an inky void. What I say, vinky void? Inky void, imbued with dread power.
13.
13. Okay, that does fail. So okay, it's a concentration spell.
Playing a game by himself, like talking.
What?
Sorry, I
Sorry.
saw you screaming.
Yeah, sorry yelling, but I told Missy he's just like playing a game by himself. Like he's like making up voices and like playing pretend, kind of.
That's awesome. Future dungeon master. All right. You are dazed.
Okay.
Which means that you can move or take one action on your turn, not both. You also cannot take a bonus action or a reaction. So, action or movement. That's it.
Okay.
And I don't believe that there is a save at the end of your turn. I'm just double checking. There's not. So this is just a thing until she breaks concentration.
Okay.
He's got a bonus action. What is a 10-foot radius? Okay. Okay. She's gonna cast a spell on you, Hattie, called Inflict Nightmares. She conjures a cloud of ethereal mist around you. I need you to succeed on another Wisdom saving throw. Esmeralda's gonna have to as well.
10.
Actually, no, it's not Esmeralda. It's just one person. You are already dazed, so you are going to take just some psychic damage here. 11 psychic damage.
I am down.
Patty drops. Oh gosh, why she go so far? Okay. You get to do a death saving throw.
I saved.
Yes. And you guys don't have to share if you don't want, but you're totally allowed to share out loud if you. Here to Sal. Are you on death save? Yeah, Sal. Are you, I think you're on death saving throws too, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, hell yeah, I nat 20'd.
Oh, you back up then?
Is that how it works? I think you might just
Yeah,
get
you
up
got
with-
back up at 1 hit point.
That's
I
crazy.
trust you more than I trust the Dungeon Master's Guide. So yeah, you get back up with 1 hit point.
It is a
yeah.
Allie Beardsley thing that happens so often.
They will
Hell
take it.
yeah.
Kevin, I'm
Um,
gonna say please don't use your your D&D Beyond dice ever again, and use your real dice from now on.
Yeah, right.
You are still prone. Esmeralda, she's like blind, I think, still. Another spell.
Yeah,
We'll
she
say
was
that spell
blind.
dropped since they phased. So she like snaps to. She's within an inch of her life right now, however. She turns to look at this crocodile creature. She yells, "Good heavens!" And she honestly probably doesn't even really yell anything. So stunned and confused. But she's a fighter nonetheless, and she makes her multi-attack against the creatures. All right, let's see what she can do. She starts with her silvered short sword. It hits.
Yeah, go Evelyn.
Yay! Damage is gonna be 7 piercing damage. She's gonna attack 2 times with her rapier. 26 hits. 27 hits. We'll just do 2d8 real quick to make it easy. She has a total of 21 damage between the two hits. Chunks them. Next is the hag standing behind Granny, which I believe that is the elephant. Who has she been focusing? She was focusing on Sal. She sees you kind of come to a little bit. You're a little far away, but what she is going to do is she's going to run at Esmeralda and attempt a gore attack. Just a melee attack here. Your tusks. A natural 20.
Holy crap.
That's not good.
But you're dead.
She also has an ability called Charge that says if she moved at least 20 straight feet towards a target and then hits with a gore attack in the same turn, the target takes an extra amount of damage. So that's going to be doubled as well. So that was initially going to be 2d10. That's going to be 4d10. And then her gore attack was initially 2d8. It's going to be 4d8. So it's going to be 4d8 and 4d10.
Do you have enough?
Esmeralda's sitting at 6 hit points.
Esmeralda dead.
I don't think that she can die. Let's double check. She has 82 hit points as her. So she'll probably be okay. I don't think it's statistically possible. Well, maybe. We'll see.
Possible, not probable.
Yeah, correct. Do I don't have enough. I don't have as much as Missy, but I have a decent amount. I have 4d10 though. Wasn't even worried. Okay. So for the charge damage, oh yeah, it's nothing. Only takes 13 from the charge. She's going down, but it's just I don't think she's okay. And then the actual gore attack itself. So she gets completely fucked up for a total of 40 damage there, but she doesn't instant die. She's a 0. Drops. She then stomps the ground around her. Every creature within 5 feet of her, which is going to be Patty and Esmeralda, and her counterpart, Dex saving throws, which you automatically fail since you are down. Hag is going to do Dex saving throw. Doesn't get it, so everyone is going to take bludgeoning damage. I believe is an auto fail. You take damage. Total of 10 bludgeoning damage. Esmeralda has 1 fail. How do you gain a fail? We move on to Dunkel, who's up on the second floor still, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I was in the process of running down the stairs. Um,
Yep. Yeah, I think your token is just before the stairs.
So you're gonna use all your movement to go down?
You
All
can
right.
are
Oh,
you muted?
whoops. Sorry. Are you gonna use all your movement to go down?
how far can I get?
Uh,
All right. Well, wait, to save on movement, I want to go like diagonal from there, so like over towards the mill, kind of. You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah.
So you want
Does
to
that
go
make
like
sense?
this?
Yes.
Okay. So that's 20 feet to
Um,
get to like here.
Damn, dude, that's so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
Or you can go 20 feet and get to there.
no, it's okay. I'll go. I'll go there.
Okay.
So I, while I'm running towards that balcony, I jump up and I bite my hand. So I try to inflict like one piercing damage to myself. And then I use fade away if I successfully inflict that damage.
Are you telling me or asking me?
I'm asking you, I guess. Like,
Oh.
is that good?
Uh. Sure.
Okay. So I am now at the base of the stairs on floor 1.
Okay.
You're where?
Yeah. So I like ran and like hopped that little ledge.
Yeah.
So I would have fallen down to the base of the stairs on floor 1.
Would that count?
Distance from that fall.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
think you have to still be able to.
make that.
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So now
Okay, you're at the floor.
1.
And I'm invisible.
Okay.
I'm going to use the rest of my action to dash out of the house and to the right.
So like right from where that.
I have 30 feet of movement. Can you get me to like the front?
You can get like here.
Yep. And then, yeah,
All right.
right there.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. I use my reaction and my action and all my movement.
All right. Cool.
I'm invisible.
It's kind of badass.
Hurt.
All right.
Hey, who's Charlie Chapman?
Listen, dude, I'm making backup characters, so I'm about to die.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters in the Curse of Strahd campaign right now.
Sure do.
Missy,
Who am I gonna pick? You don't know.
Huh?
Said, who am I gonna pick next? You don't know.
I don't know. They're all named the well-endowed character.
All right. I think Dunkel's turn is over.
Okay. Val's turn.
I'm going to cast magic missile at the first level, the one that's closest to me.
$11.
11.
So I do want to remind you, you do have other spells too, right?
Um,
I don't know if you knew that.
not.
I
I know,
Okay.
but not
Just making
really
sure.
any can use right now.
I gotcha. Okay. Cool bean. Next is Gavdog.
I'm gonna stand up. I don't know. I don't remember why I'm prone. But I remember the hag did something to me, but I'm not sure why I'm prone. But I'm gonna stand up. That's my action. And then.
That's one of your movement, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's not your
It's not your action.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was my action.
Can I stand myself up?
Probably.
Oh, doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to, as my action, take a shot. Well, I'll take 2 shots at the hag that I can see right behind Hattie.
I can't really tell. It's like kind of a mess in there, but I don't know if it's the hag is. Oh, the hag is. Before Esmeralda, but I'm gonna take a shot at the hag that's nearest Esmeralda.
Can you make sure you take the 1 damage?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I don't hit. I'll
Why
take
not?
Another. I got a 2 to hit.
Okay, I just wanted you to tell everyone how low you rolled.
It's terrible. 1 more.
Okay.
That's a little better. I got a 25 to hit.
Nope. I'm just kidding. Go ahead and roll damage. Did you believe me for a second?
No.
Okay.
I got a 8. So 8 piercing damage.
What type? Is it magic? Is it
Nope, just piercing.
cool? So 4.
Yeah.
Gonna be. Which? I'm so sorry. Which one did you attack? The one
Nearest
probably that you're
Esmeralda.
nearest Esmeralda. Okay, so there's 2 kind of equidistant. The one on the left or the right? If
The
you're
one
in
on
the
the
doorway.
right.
One on the right. That would be. Cool.
And that's it.
Okay. The hag that you just hit, I believe, is the alligator one. Yeah, it's the alligator one. Okay. A turn and come over to Val. She's going to bite, snap her jaws. At Val. That'll hit, but for fun, does a 26 hit. So
Yeah.
we'll take. While I roll damage, I need you to make. Oh, there's no check. You just are. Okay, hold on. Dude. You'll take 15 piercing damage as the jaws of this alligator slam down and just like latch onto your leg. You are grappled right now. And restrained.
Yeah.
You're down?
You're down?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
and kind of like shakes you around until he feels you fall limp and lets go.
Wow.
Um, Victor steps over and tries to stabilize Sal.
I'll go back down.
He's good though.
Yeah, I
isn't
was
he?
gonna say, aren't I at 1?
Oh, are you one? Okay, never mind. He's not going to do that. He's going to stand still and shoot a silly little magic missile. And do. And damage. Okay, you're getting chunked. Back to Granny. Granny, obviously her spell dropped when Patty dropped. Uh, so Sal's the only one. Sal and Gavin Dog are the only ones up, right?
Correct.
Comes
I believe
through,
so.
steps over the dead bodies, past an invisible Dunkel. She looks at Gav, who's standing. She does an eye bite attack, or yeah, she has an eye bite. So make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
It's gonna be a 14.
Okay, you are dazed, which means
Right.
you can either move or action. Yeah, same thing as before. Um, what does the 10-foot radius look like right here? Okay, so it might hit Victor too. Sal, you're just out of range. Just gonna do what's called an enervating ring. Tendrils of inky darkness reach out from her. Oh, I'm sorry. No, she can't do that. That's like radius from herself. So she's gonna do a different thing, inflict nightmare. So go ahead and do a Wisdom saving throw.
13.
13. It's gonna be psychic damage. Uh, 12 psychic damage. Yeah.
All right.
Next is Hattie. Death saving throw.
That is a fail.
Front row. Sal. Half your movement to stand up if you'd like.
I would.
Okay.
And then where I'm trying to see who are the red and like who are the two characters next to me? Yeah.
Fiona and Victor.
Lady Fiona Walker and then Victor Volakovich.
Okay. And who's the one
Lady
that's like
Fiona
ahead of
is
me?
in position, ready for the binding circle.
This is me.
She received the names.
Okay. So I'd like to use cure wounds on myself, and I'd like to then I guess like move diagonally 20 feet.
Which way? This way or this way?
See See if I can try to hide behind one of the trees a little bit.
Oh,
To the
you want to
right.
go like over here?
Well, you don't have to go that far. Just see if I can kind of like go one step up and then to the right, basically. Yeah.
All right.
So are you taking the hide action, or are you just trying to line of sight here?
After I use Cure Wounds, I would like to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Um, hold on one moment. Okay. And so I got a 21.
Oh, cool. Into the shadows. Esmeralda. Let's see. You guys want to know her roll or no?
No.
Next is this girl is, I believe, the elephant. Out past Dunkel, past Granny, and doesn't do. She doesn't have an action to do on melee, but she does have a bonus action called Fiend's Trumpet. Everybody within 60 feet of her make a Wisdom saving throw. So if you're down, it doesn't matter. Action. The death saving. Yeah, even if you're down, make a Wisdom saving throw. You can actually attempt it.
11.
Not an auto fail.
Everyone is doing this?
Yep, everyone.
Is this against magic? Gnome Cunning gives me advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
But yeah, we can say this is magic. This would be a magical effect.
Would I be charmed? Because I do have advantage
You would
against that.
not be charmed. You would not be
Just
charmed.
clarifying.
21.
No, fast. 21, you're good.
15.
Okay. Sounds like you got 14 and 15 and a 1.
I got an 11.
Okay. Everyone. What to? She got a 7. Everyone except for Dunkel is now under the effect of the Fiend's Trumpet. She releases a sonorous, low-pitched trumpet from her trunk. When you make your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you're going to subtract 1d4 from that. Uncle, it is your turn to play Dungeons and Dragons.
He just ran upstairs, hang on.
Most vital moment. Alright.
This is stressful.
Are you alive?
Not for now, but we have minus 1d4 on saving throws right now. So.
Except for you, you're the only one that's saved.
Oh, me?
It's the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. The next thing you do is minus 1d4, except for you. You got a 21 on your save.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out a potion of greater healing and I dump it into Hattie's mouth.
You're using your action or bonus action?
Explain to me the difference. Oh, action, she gets full. Bonus, she gets half.
House rule was... Yep. No, bonus action, you roll for it. And if you want to use an action to do that, then you take full
I'll do an action to do it.
Okay. So go ahead and get the full effect of a greater potion of healing, which I actually don't know what that is. If you don't mind looking it up.
4d4 plus 4.
A greater one?
Yeah.
So 20 then. Go ahead and get 20 HP.
Is
Go
she
ahead and
still
come
a
back
bear?
as Hattie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, she would not be a bear anymore. Let's pull off that like Hattie.
How'd I do? Hey, thanks for saving me.
The immediate search for validation.
It's because Missy was like, "Hey, do you want me to tell you what you could do?" And I said, "No, I don't."
I just have an idea.
Okay, can you see Hattie on the field? Actually, I need to add her to the order, I think. So you were right after.
The first one.
Okay. Would you like to do any kind of bonus action or movement?
I'd like to move. Yeah.
Okay.
What's 25 feet like down the path? Right there.
That's 25 feet. Yeah.
Oof.
You would have to
Hello?
angle it though, because you don't want to take any opportunity attack.
What's that?
He's invisible.
You would. I thought the visibility drops at the start of your next turn. I could be wrong.
At the end of my next turn. So
Okay,
at the
invisible.
end of this turn. And I would actually like to move the opposite direction. So I'd like to move like towards that weird little stick tree. You see it? Yep. That is where I would like to end my turn.
Leans.
So Dunkel is visible now.
Yes, my turn has ended. I just pop into sight.
Huh.
Huh.
And it goes.
X says Val. I need a death saving throw.
It's a nope.
Kevin.
Let's see. I can only action or move, no bonus action, right? So I
That
will.
is correct.
I will move this way. Back here with Fiona. And that's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Well, I can't do anything else since I moved, right?
True. Crocodile thing. Over here. 24. 25, sorry. She's diagonal, so she's going to go ahead and attempt to attack Hattie.
Oof.
With a already prone. Let's do a bite action. So how do attacks work prone? An attack roll against a creature that is prone has advantage if within 5 feet. Otherwise, has disadvantage. Okay, so it's going to attack with advantage on you. Not a nat 20, but it's a 19 plus a ton. So I think that hits.
You come back
Um,
in.
It's 11 piercing damage, and you are grappled right now. Bonus action. She's going to spray some pearlescent colored mist into onto you, into your eyes as you grips. I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's plenty.
20. Okay, you're good. Nothing.
I said plenty.
20
It's over
OT.
20. And
Oh,
I just
plenty.
have my
Okay, gotcha.
there.
Yeah, you're still good then.
Plenty.
Yeah, 24.
Victor is going to out of the spell slot, so you can shoot a firebolt. Misses. Next is Granny. She is going to strongest, so she's gonna turn back around. She notices Hattie being held by her daughter. I cast Eye Bite. So go ahead and make a Wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
And there's an additional
cool.
negative to it, right?
Does that count for a nat 20?
Yeah, it would. So there is a chance it doesn't.
Minus 3.
17.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your modifier for Wisdom?
Minus 1. So
16.
15.
Yeah, so you're dazed.
Damn.
So you actually got the negative effect?
That's so sad.
Yeah. The DC was 17 on it.
Oof.
Oh, damn.
And she's going to with Nightmare. So I need another Wisdom saving throw. This one doesn't get the minus D4 though, or minus DC on this one is going to be 16.
It is a 16.
Oh, you're good then. No psychic damage to you. It is your turn. You are grappled right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna rage. And I'm gonna take bite, and then I'm going to bite at the thing holding me, and I should get some hit points back.
Okay.
Hopefully, if I hit.
So AC's high. Are you biting recklessly?
Yes. Natural 19 plus 7, so 26
You're
to
good.
hit.
Yeah, you hit.
No, yeah.
Does it count as a magical attack?
No, not yet. Next level.
Okay.
So 4 plus 2, so 10,
10 halves, so
Piercing
it'll be
damage.
5.
and then I get 20 number of hit points equal to my proficiency bonus. So then I get 3 hit points back on that one. And then I'll go again.
Okay.
Multi-attack.
Not
That's 20.
Oh, cool. Nice. So do go ahead and double the
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah. And yeah.
The minus D4 would not have mattered on the nat 20 for attack rolls, but for ability checks it would.
Hey Taylor,
Right.
how long does the dazed act last for?
Here you go
Oh, I say
again.
so. And until the
The concentration, like until that's broken.
You gotta have you roll
we'll say it's I bite. It just is a thing, and she's concentrating on it. Yeah,
Got it. All right.
this is from working with
That one is 12 piercing.
12 piercing. So halved would be 6.
And I think that's all I got.
And get your hit points back on that one too.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't already.
And I got nothing else. Alright, and
Sal's turn.
Okay.
trick that. 17, 15.
So Sal would like to shoot his crossbow. And
Okay.
Awesome. 26 to hit.
That hits.
Perfect. And so it'll be 14 magic piercing damage to the hag that is to the right of where Esmeralda was,
Nice.
the one that Gavin was attacking. And then
Is it the one that's like in the middle here? Like the one closest to me?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's not the one concentrating on the spell, so I'm not do on save. What's next?
I'd like to. Can I go hide behind the pine tree?
Pine tree.
It's like
Have an action or a
diagonal.
bonus action to use the hide.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Oh, this pine tree.
Yeah. A 15 to hide.
Hide. Okay, we'll see. Esmeralda death saving throw. You guys don't want to know. That was her third one. Next is hag closest to everyone. Well, everyone outside. She has been focusing on Sal. Let's see. Saw him hide. She did see him slip behind the tree. She is the elephant one.
Terrifying.
Here. Kind of like busts through the fencing as well, with her tusks and charges at Sal, making a 4 attack, a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Damage is 13 piercing damage.
Your boy has fallen to the ground.
Oh,
Okay, what's your max HP?
Max is 39.
Better. You would have taken an additional 11 from the charge. You hear like a trumpeting roar from the hag. Next is Dunkel.
I move over to. Who are the people that we're
Right.
with?
Can I ask
Sorry,
you a question?
Sure.
What the children were following you this whole time, right? What did you leave the children in the windmill? I guess I never asked because I just realized you had the children with you when you were at least coming down the stairs. I know that they were following you. What would Dunkel have told them? Were they hanging out inside? Were they coming with you?
Dunkel is unable to speak, so he wouldn't have said anything. They were following him, and the last thing they saw was him like jump the balcony from the second story to the first story. So really,
Okay.
it's like up to what you think that they would have done when they would have saw that. It seems like they were running out of the house with me, like from the third floor to the second floor. For like, I don't believe that they would have just like stopped. I didn't like
I know.
motion for them to like stay put by any means.
How
They
about
just
this?
saw me like.
Thinking out loud. If a hag would have seen a child coming down the stairs. Now, granted, there was a battle going on. There was a fight. Dunkel at least wasn't. Don't know if the kids would have been. So how about this? Let's do maybe like a stealth action for the kids to see if the hags notice them right now.
Okay.
Because the children would have at least tried to escape.
Okay.
Let's do it with advantage because I forgot last round. Do you want to make that roll for them, or do you want me to?
Sure, I will.
Okay, go ahead and do a stealth roll with advantage.
Do I have a modifier that I'm applying, or just do you want me to roll 2d20s?
For the kids, no modifier for kids. I will say that my perception roll, a 14. See if they notice. So one of these needs to be a 15 or higher.
Behind you. I got a 19 no matter what, but maybe something.
Where?
These kids have stealthily like crept out with you. That's what I would have done was probably a stealth check. So thank goodness. Really be retcon stuff.
Who was preparing the, what do you call it? Finding circle?
Yeah.
Lady Fiona Walker.
I dashed to Fiona with my action.
Okay, the
And
kids run after you.
once I get like right about there, I whip out this skin contract and I point to the names like at the bottom, and then I hand it over to her.
You hand the contract to Lady Fiona Walker. Her eyes wide. She's kind of been like standing, waiting, holding her hand out as if you're about to pass a baton, if you will. And you get it to her. She takes a look at the contract, scours it over. You see recognition in her eyes as you can make an perception check here.
$26.
Yeah, you can tell that she knows what she's reading. You can tell she reads this language. She yells, "Ready!" And all of her like people that have created this like 5-point star circle around windmill kind of nod. Listen. Lady Walker raises her hands toward the darkened sky, her voice firm and resonant. It booms through air. Your words of power rolling off her tongue. Her followers soon join in a chant with her, raising their arms and their voices as they swell in harmony with hers. The air around the hill starts to crackle and hum, and the atmosphere is tinged with the scent of ozone. Small clouds of mist begin to rise from the ground beneath the ritualists and like with her, as well as Fiona, and it's extruding long tendrils of wisping fog that bathe the earth in pale ethereal light now. The chanting continues. The billowing clouds of mist grow brighter. The hags kind of stop and look around as this starts to begin. Billowing clouds of mist grow brighter, casting long dancing shadows across the sides of the hill. The fog seems to undulate in rhythm with their words, the very air seeming to hum with arcane resonance. From deep within the seas of roiling gray, I think you can almost hear a woman's distant murmuring voice joined by the echo of 1,000 whispers. The tendrils of fog interlock, snap together, forming a circle, a tight ring of shimmering, swirling mist. Lady Walker's hands curl into fists, and she pulls both arms across her chest. In a low, melodic voice, she recites a trio of names again and again. Morgantha, Stormreaver, Bella Sunbane, Ophelia Wormwiggle. She starts repeating it over and over again. Morgantha Stormreaver, Bella Sunbane, Ophelia Wormwiggle. Morgantha Stormreaver, Bella Sunbane, Ophelia Wormwiggle. Her gaze meets yours, Dunkel. She gives a single, perceptible nod as the binding circle is now in place. The hags look at each other in confusion. Morgantha, who is Granny, her real name is Morgantha. She looks at Nona, kind of like forming this circle. Actually, you know what? Real quick, we'll do Val's death saving throw before anything else.
Six. Right. Did my death
What's
saving
up?
throw?
I did it.
I did it.
Speak up, Alex. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
All I heard was I did it, and I was like, awesome. Allie tells me that when she poops. So,
Oh, went on a towel.
I'm so proud of you. Great. Next is Gavin. What do you do right now?
So like, we saw this binding circle. Like, has anything physically happened to the hags, like that I've seen, or?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
We know what it's supposed to do, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, so the hags could just pop into the ethereal plane and leave whenever they want to. But with this binding circle in place, they cannot do that. Like,
Right.
hags have the ability to pop in and out of the ethereal plane and just get out and leave and escape. So this binding circle is holding them in place to defeat them.
Okay. Well, I believe I'm still dazed, so I'm gonna use my action to attack the hag that's attacking Sal.
Go ahead.
That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
No, it's
Yeah,
not it.
I didn't think so. All right, and then do I
Um,
get my extra attack, or is that a bonus action?
I don't know what your character sheet says. Does it count as a bonus action? Um,
Uh, some- you can attack twice instead of once. Okay, yeah. So I'll attack again. That is going to be a 15.
Oh.
Ugh. Okay. That's all I got.
um, the crocodile one that you're not down yet again, are you, Hattie?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. She still has you in her teeth. Just keep chomping. Advantage. Own. Land you reckless, right? So advantage regardless.
Mhm.
Dirty 20.
You-
Oh,
15 piercing damage.
Have
So
7,
8.
8.
Yeah, 8 piercing damage. You are still grappled. It's gonna try to daze you if it's missed. Need a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Didn't get that one.
Okay, you are dazed. So movement or action, no bonus actions. Victor gonna keep attacking. Firebolt hits. Damage is 7. Fired. They are bloody right now. They are getting low. Um,
Is the daze thing a poison thing?
no,
Oh.
no. Margantha is pissed as she looks at this binding circle. Um, she has been reserving a lair action that she's going to try to use now. She's going to try to use the spell magic to try and break down this binding. Now that she's bloodied and pissed off, and now they're looking a little nervous. Like they've got a lot of you down, but you guys just won't die. Um, so well, what she does first is she sees the binding circle. She tries to use her patented like hag etherealness ability action to try to escape, which she tries to pop into the ethereal world, but she can't. And that's when she realizes that this binding circle is stopping that. That's what makes her so pissed off. So then she tries to use this spell action. So the coven is horrified right now as all 3 members saw Organtha fail to pop into the ethereal realm and escape. The air grows thick with power inside this binding. A terrible screeching groan cuts through the wind as all three members of the Coven's eyes glow with unified purpose. The massive vanes of the windmill start to rotate, slowly at first, through the screeching groan. Then it starts to gain momentum, the creaking of the ancient wood melding with the grinding of its withered ears form a terrible cacophony as the windmill starts to go faster and faster. The wind betwixt the veins shimmers with shadows, shrieking with a baleful glee. As the windmill's crescendo becomes a blur of light and dark, it's going faster and faster. Then, with the sound like booming thunder, a shock wave of arcane force bursts from the veins' central joint, distorting the very air with the intensity of its power. All three members in unison of the Coven yell, "Be gone!" And the dispel magic starts to shoot out and starts to try to, get this binding circle. However, Victor Velakovich has been studying his books. He has been saving one very special spell slot. It's a fifth level spell. It's a fifth level spell slot. With a flourish of his hand, notice in a whispered incantation, Victor conjures a complex tapestry of sigils and runes in the air before him quickly as he's moving his hands. The Coven's blast, the swirling maelstrom of shadows and baleful light, meets the shimmering shield that pops up in front of Victor's counterspell, a radiant lattice that shimmers with power. For a moment, the two forces collide in a deafening clash, a spectacle of light and dark that seems to strain the very air around it. Then, with a resonant sound like the shattering of glass, Victor's spell triumphs, and the Coven's shockwave dissipates, its dark energy unraveling into harmless wisps of shadow. The hags release a blood-curdling scream of rage, and their voices melding into a single resonant note of high-pitched fury. You hear Morgantha yell out, "Parley! Parley! I think that we can come together with a deal."
Uncle pulls out a silver dagger and just like points it at her, but from like 40 feet away.
She says, I will reveal to you 3 pieces of secret knowledge in exchange for our lives, but I will not reveal anything until that binding circle is taken down. But I could share one of my 3 secrets as a show of good faith.
Uncle takes like a couple steps towards her, but like still holding his dagger out.
Well, I can't move you, but
She waits for her answer.
I'm down, so I can't contribute.
Uncle opens his mouth as if he's going to respond, and then he closes it because he can't.
I'll say, "Oi, tell your bitch ass daughter to let me go."
Jaws unclasp, and you drop down to the ground.
I'll run over and try to stabilize Val.
But we'll check, right? The medicine check.
I have the kit from Dunkel.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and
I'll
just
just-
stabilize her real quick. So there, she's stable.
Take a charge off it.
It was at 6, right?
I also want to go and try to stabilize Sal if I can.
The bargain. Do you accept
We'll see, right?
I could kill your
I
friends
cast
with the
I
flick of a
cast
finger.
mold earth.
Sorry, what did she say?
She's just threatening. She says, like, I could kill your friends with the flick of a finger. What do you say?
You've been trying that this whole time. I came in here trying to make a deal with you. I don't know why you attacked us in the first place.
She Sal, are you down right now?
Yes.
That's all I was done.
She snaps her finger. Sal, you immediately fail a death saving throw.
I cast mold earth.
Okay.
And I make the dirt in front of her say, "I've got your kids."
She says, does the bargain stand?
All right, let us get Sal back up, and then we can talk the terms of this deal.
The terms are laid out.
No, they're not. You got kids that don't belong to you, and we want to make sure that we're going to make it out of here alive.
The bargain is our lives for 3 pieces of information.
You can give us information, then kill us. That's not
She
worth
snaps
it.
her finger. Sal takes another death saving throw.
Sal's going to be done, right? Is Sal done?
No, it's 2.
Can somebody get over to Sal? Someone get over to Sal!
She raises her hand again. The bargain! You have 15 seconds.
I mean,
12.
3 pieces of information and our lives.
And we get the
And
three
you are-
No,
pieces
no,
of information first.
Can
I
I?
said no to that.
4, 3,
Mold earth, fine.
2. She grins. She claps her hands twice. Sal, you pop up with 1 HP. She grins as her 2 daughters join her in this pathway. Where is everyone standing? Val is stable. I would assume probably like in the doorway, maybe. Esmeralda's still down. The 3 hags. Are standing in between everyone. The hags clap. Again, Esmeralda stands up. 1 HP. Val, you're stable. You come back with 1. Kinda.
I was not confident for a second. Be honest with you.
Where do you want to stand, Sal, with your 1 HP? Do you want to join like the side with Val, Esmeralda, and Hattie, or do you want to come over and stand by Nona, Victor, Dunkel, and Dog?
Yeah,
Or do you want to stand where you were?
I'll stand by the gang.
Randy said, hang on 1 second before you go into the deal or whatever.
Okay. Which gang? There's 2 gangs, one on each side.
Ours, like.
Okay, so there's okay, gotcha, right there.
I'm
There's
guessing-
also your gang right here. Oh, wait. when I made like the colliding symbol, I did like this with my hands, and I totally like punched my knuckles into each other, and it low key kind of hurt.
Oh god.
Sucks.
Sorry to hear that. But
It's all right. We'll live. Tomorrow, you go to Starbucks between 12 and 6, you get half off a drink
Wow.
for my app.
That's huge.
so, what are you gonna go get?
I don't know. I get a little celebratory divorce drink.
Yeah.
Is it official tomorrow?
I'm in my little Zoom meeting tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Oh.
He said his divorce day.
Oh yeah, we have to call that guy in Wisconsin.
We do have to make a pinata.
I would love that.
You can hear me.
Oh.
You have it.
Oops.
I was wondering why you've been so quiet this whole night, McKenna. I've just been listening to your voice through Alex's mic.
Gotcha.
I'm just. So before anything, Victor yells, "We will drop the binding circle if you agree to lend us a heartstone." She looks at him, looks at the binding circle. She wants it gone. Would anyone like to roll an intimidation check for Victor? Or would you like me to do that?
I would like to do it.
Want to make the roll. Okay. Is intimidation a +1?
Is it a +1?
His is a +1. Unless anyone yells anything to help him.
Would he be rolling intimidation? Wouldn't they be rolling intimidation and he'd be rolling something else?
He's trying to convince them.
He's trying to convince the hags to lend a heartstone. However, they're kind of cornered here, so it's almost coming off as a threat.
Okay.
I would like. I was gonna see if I could like help give him a little bit by like as he kind of says this, I'd like to stand up and kind of like cock my crossbow a little bit and stand menacingly.
Sure, yeah. Victor yells that. You cock the crossbow. They look and lock eyes. Gavin, you have your bow drawn. They're doing a little 180, 360 turn here. They look and see Esmeralda standing up, getting her hand crossbow ready. Val has crackling energy in her hands. Hattie is kind of like slamming her club against the ground, and they are a little nervous. What's the intimidation check?
I rolled a 19.
Okay, DC was 10.
30-20.
She, Morgantha, looks in. Bella, give him your heartstone. Bella goes, what? Why mine? Ophelia should. Ophelia says, she said you first. Fine. Bella reaches inside her shirt and pulls out a heartstone. It's like a gem. It's a glossy black gem. Like so. It's almost like in the shape of a heart as well. Like like a real heart, not like the heart. Bella pulls it out and begrudgingly tosses it in the air. To Victor. Victor catches it. He says, "Only lending this to you. I need this back." Victor nods. Um, Victor turns and looks at Lady Fiona. Lady Fiona looks at her cronies. They drop the bindings. It's gone. Morgantha kind of like gives like a little respectful bow almost. A bargain is a bargain. 3 secrets. Kind of pop back into their human forms, their guises, their um, alter egos. Secret number 1. Strahd's most carefully guarded secret is a temple of forbidden lore hidden in the mountains. It is a place known as the Amber Temple, and it is the place where he first met the entity with which he forged his terrible pact. Secret number 2. Strahd von Zarovich seeks to escape from the grasp of the mists. He has prepared a dark and secret, so harnessing the power of 3 ancient shrines to defy the will of the dark powers of this land. Secret number 1. Unbeknownst to Strahd, a traitor lurks in his midst. His eldest wife, vampire spawn, Sasha Ivliskova. By now, and they they clap their hands and pop into the ethereal plane, gone. You guys just survived the Night Hag Coven. Pretty sick. You have a heartstone in your possession now, as a you're all battered, bloodied. You will need a location to perform this etherealness spell and this ritual now that you have the heartstone to help Victor and Lady Wachter get Stella back. Victor looks at you all and says, "Tonight is the full moon. The ritual must be performed tonight. We will need access to a ley line, a font of natural magic, in order to fuel the etherealness ritual." Lady Wachter chimes in and says, the cellar of Wachter House was built atop such a ley line. We can use that for the ritual. Victor nods. Says, "We should get back, rest, and then perform the ritual." Excellent work today, everyone.
Can't wait to rest, Victor.
Yes, can't wait.
The walk back to about 11 miles. You could make that walk in a little under 4 hours. I would say it's probably around the midday right now. You realistically get back maybe 4 or 5. After like early evening. I don't know. Let's see. In theory, if you walk fast, if you go the fast pace, you get back in time to do a long rest before midnight. Up to you guys though. Or you can walk at a normal pace, get back, and probably get away with a short rest. But if you want that long rest, you would have to hustle now and forego some stealth advantage on your walk.
I think we risk it.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad about that. Definitely the right call. However, I roll, we'll say 1d20 per hour. So let's say it's about a 3-hour walk. Let's go ahead and I'll do 3 d20 rolls to see if anything gets you, or like any event happens along the way. If I roll an 18 or 19 or a 20, something will happen. I rolled a 1, 8, and a 17. Nothing happened. Make it back. Lady Walker quickly says, rest. If you need to nap, please nap. We need our full strengths for tonight. I will come get you. No. Victor and I will come get you when we're ready, when the ritual is. So you guys can go ahead. If you are agreeing to post up here at Walker House, you guys can do a long rest by the time we get to the.
Alright.
Didn't we leave that one girl in the house? I forget her name.
Yes, with her broken leg.
Yeah, Irina. Yeah, she's there. Her leg's better. She's just kind of hanging out. She actually, you know what? She's not there.
We told what's his name to keep an eye on her.
The butler. He's like,
The butler.
I'm sorry. She snuck out, and I haven't been able to find her since.
She's a broken leg. How'd she manage to get out of here?
I'm not a very good butler.
Clearly.
I'm sorry. You see him
Could
kind of
be.
just like, he kind of like hits his head against the wall. Sorry.
Whatever. If she can go get herself killed, we don't care about her.
Go ahead and apply a long rest.
Applied.
We really did it, guys.
Can't believe it. Actually, I
Proud
can.
of us.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. The Hag Coven was challenge rating 13. So,
It was what?
guys, it was a CR 13.
Ow.
Pretty good.
What does that mean?
We didn't kill that.
Like, Really strong.
Count.
Yeah, I mean,
The challenge
yeah,
rating.
Did,
Oh, okay.
but bigly.
you didn't kill them. You got them bloodied on their second phase. but
Uh,
that isn't enough.
How confident were you that we were all going to survive?
Not very.
Okay. You were about as close as it got.
You guys won't get to
It
meet
was
Charlie.
like it was probably about a turn away from if you wouldn't have gotten that uh, contract that he walked when you did, and they like just so happened to become bloody that very turn. Lined up pretty well.
She was just handing Kevin death saves.
All right, though. I was concerned for a fat second.
Well, that's why I put the timer.
Yeah.
Um, that was the most nervous little chuckle you just did, Kevin. Oh, I have a picture of a Hearthstone. It's been staring at me this whole time.
Hmm.
Uh, everyone good to keep going for a little bit? You don't have to.
I'm good.
Kevin?
Yeah, I'm cool.
One here? Okay, awesome. So you have access now to the ley line, a font of natural magic. Um, the cellar of Walker House. So, Lady Walker has disabled. Her and Victor have come and found you guys. You guys are all kind of conversing in dining hall for the moment. She informs you. She says, "So I have disabled the protective circle around Walker House to allow creatures to pass through the boundary of the ethereal plane at this moment. Um, Follow me." She leads you, Victor, trailing behind, as well. Um, a room. Let's see. Describe it. Yeah, she leads you to a place there, a room, uh, down the basement of this house. There's flickering candles in iron holders that fill the room with light and shadows. The room itself has a 10-foot high ceiling and a large black pentagram inscribed on the stone. Uh, at each point of the pentagram rests a wooden chair. Seated in 4 of the 5 chairs are men and women in black robes with hoods. A young man who has the face of an angel, a balding hulk of a man, a squat middle-aged woman, and a taller younger woman with an unsettling glare. Um, they rise as you enter the room. They are guarding cellar entrance. Um, you are now in this room. The people have stood up and moved away. Points of the pentagram are free. So they've stood up and moved. Um, Chairs are empty. There are thousands of gouges and scratches that line the stone walls around the circle, many stained with faded blood that you would discern to be about centuries old. The far wall of the chamber bears a 3-foot tall carving of a dagger, a curved hilt, with the phrase, "In silence, death," carved in 12 inches letters a few feet below it. As you take in the scratches along the walls and ceiling, you notice that most form a particular word, endlessly repeated ancient stonework. The word is traitor. Let's see here. That Lady Walker sees you kind of take this all in. She quietly says, when I was a child, my parents warned me of a monster who dwelled in the cellar, a terrible creature of ancient hungers and hatreds that longed to be set free. When I inherited the estate, following my family's deaths, and descended into this basement, however, I found the room to be empty, with no evidence of any creatures except the scratches on the walls. I've been unable to remove the scratches and carvings despite my best efforts, though I have no great love for the chamber. I can confirm that the carvings and stones conceal no magic or hostile creatures. I found it to be a useful and indispensably secure location. Um, Lady Walker steps aside, points her hand out, and kind of like offers the room. This can be used as a ritual site. Victor gladly accepts. He steps in towards the pentagram. Um, he places the heartstone at the center of the pentagram. He directs you all to stand just inside the edge of the pentagram circle. Kind of like motions in for you to do so. Lady Walker rolls up her sleeves and enters the circle. You join?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
She says, thank you. Let's go get my little girl. Victor pulls out his copy of Ethereal Entities from a pocket in his cloak. He casts the Mage Hand spell, and the Mage Hand holds the book open before him. Victor stands just inside the edge of the runic circle, his head bowed as he reads aloud from the old tome that's floating before him with this spectral hand. Though his right hand shakes and trembles, his left hand is steady and precise as he draws delicate patterns through the musty air, leaving spiraling trails of pale white light in his fingers' wake. He begins to chant under his breath, slowly at first, then slowly rising in volume and speed. At the center of the circle, the hag's heartstone seems to hum with a subsonic energy that you feel rather than hear. Suddenly you feel it, the deep shudder of the world beneath your feet, as if the stone floor had momentarily rippled like quicksilver. A thin white light mottled with black shadow begins to shine forth from the cracks between the cobblestones, pulsing as if beating in time to a deep, distant heart. The heartstone trembles, then snaps to a perfectly unnatural angle, perfectly perpendicular to the ground below. Its obsidian sheen is replaced by a spectral luminescence that flickers in rhythm with the words of the ritual. Victor's voice grows louder, stronger, ringing clearly through the air as the world seems to quiet around him, the air bending closer as if to listen. The heartstone begins to lift into the air, its surface flashing with a brilliant pearlescence. Even as it does, however, mist roils at the corners of the room, inaudible whispers echoing from its wispy depths. The room begins to quake, the brightness beneath the stone floor flickering between shadow and light. Suddenly, a dark shadow flashes across the walls, a wispy humanoid shape. It's tall, gaunt, and hooded. Its limbs unnaturally long as it reaches its dark claws out towards the circle. Sweat beads across Victor's forehead, and his voice quavers, nearly slipping. But he continues to read, his left hand a blur of motion and light as the ritual reaches a crescendoing. Victor's voice cuts through the air, uttering a final triumphant syllable. The clawed shadow vanishes just as the arcane power in the air surges. The next moment is not so much a step as a lurch, a sensation like being jerked forward by your navel. Your vision warps as if you plunged underwater, and you could feel your form shifting and rising into the air, like drifting in a dream. And then the disorientation ends, and the world settles back into place. The chamber around you remains, but now it seems ethereal, faded, and near translucent. The air around you feels thinner, almost intangible, and clouds of silver gray mist hang like veils in every direction. You have arrived.
We've arrived where?
I don't know. You cut out. I was guessing the ethereal plane.
You have arrived in the ethereal plane. Sorry, I didn't know I cut out. Yep, you're in the ethereal plane now. Victor's like, what? What was that thing? That dark shadow? Lady Walker kind of shakes her head. I don't know. It seemed to be attempting to interfere with the ritual somehow. I don't see anything now. There's a couple rules in the ethereal plane. All solid objects in the material plane, such as furniture and walls, have a translucent, semi-intangible reflection in the ethereal plane. Moving the object in the ethereal plane moves the object in the material plane as well. Walls and other solid objects reflected in the ethereal plane provide light obscurement and half cover to creatures behind them. A creature in the ethereal plane can move through those reflections as if they were difficult terrain, but they take 1d10 force damage. It ends its turn inside an object. Move through objects at like half speed, basically, but if you end your turn inside of it, you're going to take. A creature in the ethereal plane gains a fly speed, a hover speed, equal to your normal speed. So, in summary, anything you move in the ethereal plane is moved in the material plane as well. Walls and solid objects provide half cover instead of full cover, and then you can move through those as if they were difficult terrain, but you would take damage if you end your turn there. And then the third thing is you have a fly speed equal to your normal walking speed.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It says, in addition, incorporeal creatures such as ghosts or specters become corporeal while in the ethereal plane to you. And they lose some of their damage resistances to elements. After a few moments have passed and you guys kind of collect your bearings, you all hear a teenaged girl's voice behind you, joyous and triumphant as it explains, Victor! You all turn and you see the specter of 16-year-old Stella Walker floating down to you from 10 feet above the ground. She appears largely as she does in life, though her body is translucent, and her legs below the knees have begun to start to fade into the mist as she's fading away. Stella attempts to throw her arms around Victor for a hug, but fails, her arms passing through his body. Oh, Stella says sadly. Victor's eyes widen and is rummaging through his cloak. You're losing your tangibility faster than I thought, he says. We need to get you back to your body as quickly as possible. He retrieves a piece of chalk and begins drawing a modified teleportation circle into the ground. Lady Walker, eyes wide, approaches Stella. Stella looks at her. Mother? Is that really you? Lady Walker nods. Her face is pale, but hard as stone. We're going to get you out of here, Stella. I promise you. While Victor continues to his preparations, Stella's spirit floats over to you all. Thank you for your help, supporting Victor. So determined sometimes. I was scared that he would hurt himself in his efforts to help me. Thank you for being there for him.
Didn't really give us much of a choice.
Well, he can be convincing like that. Just as Victor is starting to complete his modified teleportation circle, a soft, boyish laughter echoes through the ethereal fog. Faint spectral light flickers, being onto the gray mists, coalescing into a slender, humanoid shadow that's approaching you. Esmeralda quickly pulls out her rapier, points it in that direction. You hear, "Wait! I don't mean to hurt you!" The spectral silhouette grows in brightness and definition until it assumes a more solidified shape. The ethereal form of a ghostly young man. He appears to be no more than 14, his form shimmering with a warm, inviting light that seems to soften the gray monotone of the surroundings around you. He wears short pants, a loose shirt, and a vest, though his body becomes wisps of curling fog not far from below his knees. His eyes glitter with mirth, and an elfin smile plays across his face as his unkempt hair drifts lazily among the. When he speaks, his voice is cheery and light, and his fingers twitch with excitement. Stella! You brought your friends! Victor looks up and smiles, and Stella looks at you all and says, Meet my friends, everyone. Erasmus van Richten. Victor looks up and kind of smiles, but kind of stiffly. It's like a polite smile. Feel free, everyone, to make an insight check.
Nat 20.
So what's the actual number?
It's just 20.
19
plus
for
zero.
Dunkel.
Gotcha.
A natural
I got
10
it.
for me.
7.
Sal, what'd you get?
A 14.
14. And Missy, you said 10?
7.
7? Okay, everyone except for Hattie picks up on the fact that Victor is smiling politely. However, he seems slightly jealous of the younger ghost. Nat 20, Val, you get the sense it's not like a romantic jealousy. It's more just like a friendship kind of jealousy. You've kind of gotten the vibe from Victor that he doesn't seem like the kind of person who would have a ton of friends throughout his life. Erasmus looks at you all. Does the name Erasmus Van Richten ring a bell to anyone?
Isn't that his son? Rudolph's son.
Yeah, that's Rudolph's dead son.
Yeah.
Uh, Erasmus looks at you all, says, "I've been helping Stella navigate the remain. I've been helping Stella navigate and remain hidden within the ethereal plane since she arrived. She's proven to be a quick study. Although I am wary of her slow disappearance to the deep ethereal, and I do agree that it would be in her best interest to get her out of the ethereal plane and back to her body sooner rather than later. Um, the lost spirits of the ethereal plane are more active than usual. They seem to have realized that something important is happening. Most of these spirits have lost much of their minds and memories, so please be careful, wary of them. Um, there is shadow in these lands right now. Um, I was hiding and watching. It seemed that he tried to disrupt your ritual as you came to this side. I don't know what it is, but it is an evil creature, and it attacked Stella when she first got here, Imperial Plane. I did everything that I could to help, but that thing is still out there. Need to be careful.
All right.
Thank you for
Story
your
of our
time.
lives these days. Got any? You see a voice like hanging around here?
A voice?
Yeah, we're looking for his voice.
Well,
Like, do you know what it would look
much.
like?
I don't know what I've never seen a voice. Um,
Help you are.
sorry.
Dunkel opens his mouth and like points in it,
Oh, you lost your voice?
and then I just like look around, like, and put my hands up like a shrug.
He he thinks a little bit. Um, says, sorry, I haven't seen one. We can certainly keep our eyes peeled for a voice. If I find a voice, I'll definitely make sure I keep it for you. Um, Victor looks at Stella. He says, Stella, stand in the center of the circle. He does. Um, he takes up position beside her. He looks at you guys, the party. He says that, okay, the teleportation ritual, it should take about 10 minutes to complete. Rasmus chimes in. Yeah, the circle's magic. It'll blaze like a beacon. Fortunately, it will attract wayward spirits that might seek to take Stella's place and return to life by inhabiting her soulless body instead of her. So please help us keep her safe. I'll do everything that I can to help as well, but we must guard her soul until the ritual is complete. Um, Victor pulls out a spellbook with his mage hand, starts chanting and reading. About a minute in, 5 specters appear from the clouds of mists that surround you all in the ethereal.
Oof.
These specters drift through the air towards Stella, reaching out to seize her as they whisper the following phrases in haunted, rasping tones. The scent of life, it smells so sweet. The veil flickers, so close. Please, please, please. They're reaching. Victor's panicked eyes lash towards you all, and Stella kind of draws into herself, fear evident upon her face. And Erasmus and Lady Walker attack. So we're gonna do like a little. We're gonna do combat here next. It's 11:07. Do you want to do combat, or do you want to start combat next week? Kind of like fight off these
Sure.
factors.
I'll leave that next week.
Next week. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, next
Totally
week.
fine.
Oh man. I'm so happy we lived.
I was ready with another character.
Wow. You were just. Holy cow. I was just gonna like say goodbye to Hattie like that.
I just did not think it was happening.
I'm sure Taylor was just watching more characters appear.
Hey, ye.
I wasn't. I just noticed when I clicked through to look at some things.
Yeah.
Hey, ye of little faith. Come on. I knew you were gonna be thinking. Just like I do it up, you know?
It's like you do.